that I was setting the working atmosphere. And the way I like to work is everybody being happy, really. Having a laugh when necessary, and doing the hard work when you have to. And the cast was great, the first cast. And it was just, I genuinely looked forward to going to work every day. How many people can say that?
Right.
What do you do? Computers? Ah, yeah, well. That's not going to work, that's going into space. Good man, he said, the only hand that went up though. Anybody else? Look forward to going to work every day? Every day? Never a day where you go, I don't feel like it. Well, that's quite good.
That's nice.
Half a dozen people. What, darling?
Stare.
Don't go, the word was go. I'd be very happy to stay at home, be a mum every day. Clever trick for me, but...
Now, since you mentioned Graham Harper, he did Androzani, and then also did Revelation. I was like, which R word is it? Revelation or the Daleks? So, and he's kind of become known as one of the television directors in the industry. Talk about working with him and what tone he sets on the set.
He's kind of checked it out. If he was a builder, you think, yeah, that's the right job for you. He said, right, he calls everyone Gov. Right, Gov. Well, you just do something and I'll put the camera out here. Some directors would come with all their shots prepared. You stand there and the camera does that. He would see what you were giving and shoot that. And he's one of the few directors that they have a gallery upstairs where they sit and pass messages on what you should be doing. He's down on the floor. Right, Gov, you go over there, Gov. He's just a good bloke.
Yeah.
And he's very talented. And I'd like to work with him again.
It's a kind of more organic process when he was there. And since it was only my second story, I kind of thought, well, this is how most directors work. You know, and my whole thing through Caves was, I thought, well, Planet of Fire was different because we had so much filming away. So this is what mostly studio is like. And I thought most directors just were at the bottoms all the time. And I just thought, you know, mostly in the studio, they will be on the floor. So then it was quite a shock to discover that actually Graham was the exception to the rule. But yeah, it makes you feel very comfortable as an actor because you can feel you can give whatever you feel like giving to that scene because he's going to take it. And yeah. Whereas so many times you feel like, well, I really wanted to play this like this, but since you've told me I have to stand here and not move, that's going to change slightly how I might do this. So it just was, it was a great experience. And it's sometimes those things, like working with Doctor Who, and particularly working with Graham, you don't realise how good it is until you work with another 200 people, and then you go, wow, that was so good. It is that experience.
I remember working with Graham in 1970. It was a classic series on British television called Roads to Freedom. It's an adaptation of 3 volumes of a book by Camus. And I was playing an unsavoury character.
You did a lot of those earlier.
Yeah. And there was an aerial shot. The camera was right up in the roof of the studio. And in the middle of this large empty space was a bed. And in that bed was a young lady and myself. And, well, you know what happens on these occasions. But it was intercut with other scenes, and they had to cue me to start doing that which I was doing. And they couldn't find a way of doing it because I couldn't see anything, because I was not looking in the right direction. So dear Graham, was the floor manager, and he was under the bed, with his hand under the bed curtains, and he had an earpiece, and he prodded me like that. So that's how I got to know Graham.
Wow. An intimate relationship, it sounds like.
Such fun.
At the end of your first season together, at what point were you given the first scripts for what was going to be season 23? And when did you find out that season 23 was going to not happen at that point? Do you remember?
I remember seeing Nightmare Fair because I was at a convention in America with John, Nathan Turner, and he said, "Do you want to see the first story of the next season?" I said, "Yes." And I read it on the plane going back to London. But sadly, it was never done, of course.
Yeah.
But that's all.
Okay, that was the only script that you were given at that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
They weren't very keen on giving actors scripts a long time in advance.
Yeah.
In case we said, "No, I don't like that, I want to change that." I think for years, Tom had been very proactive in changing scripts or having them changed. I suppose when you play the part for 7 years,
Yeah.
you do understandably think you know more than some writer who's coming for the first time about your character. But it got a little trying, I think, for the production team. So Peter was not encouraged to do that, and indeed didn't much, as far as I know. And I was, to be honest, I'm quite a believer in writers writing, directors directing, and actors acting. And your first duty is to try and deliver what the writer wrote, what the director wants of you. There are occasions when you find it more difficult to do, and you ask for a discussion about it. But in the main, we just get on with it. And actually making something work that you didn't think you could make work is rather satisfying feeling. So there weren't many occasions where
No. As usual, I knew nothing. I had just come back from 5 days in Venice, and I opened my door to my flat and the phone, and I picked up the phone, and it was a member of the press who called my phone number again, and they said, "How do you feel about the death of Doctor Who?" I thought they meant Colin.
What's funny about that?
Me being stupid, no. Because frequently people would say, ask me a question about Doctor Who, meaning Colin. And I just burst into tears and hung up the phone. And then I was just trying to call people, because I was like,
Oh my God.
and I finally sort of got through to my agent, who apparently JMT, and he said, "Oh, thank goodness I've got hold of you." And I know, he's dead! I was like, "What? Colin, he's dead!" No, they're just not filming. So actually, the acting of the season was such a relief.
I guess it could be.
Because it was like, act the season, Colin may be dead, no choice. That's fine, okay. And then
So you say.
I do now because you pay me that money. But, it's because we love each other so much. Or are we really going to tell them how we feel?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, God. So, anyway, it was another one of those sort of weird things that I'm a very logical person, emotional but logical, and an anagram of my name is born analytic, so I started to analyse everything that they were saying about what was happening. We're going to cut the show because the viewing figures are down. No, they're not. We're going to close it because it's too violent and scary. Always was. Have you seen what's on the other side? They're showing the 18. That's what's on at the same time as us. You know, shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up. That's okay as we don't show the blood. You know. So none of it. It just we were. There was I think a time, wasn't it? It was this is the axis of time and this is what's going to happen at this point here. And we were just caught in that moment.
It's a fixed point in time, as they say in the new series.
It's one of those things you couldn't go back and change. As much as you want to, because things happen.
Well, after that break, do you remember coming back to the show to do the next season? What was it like finally getting back to work?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was brilliant. And you really felt that the public were behind you too, because there have been such And the press had really backed us and the show. So it was great
Yeah.
getting back. Very exciting. We did our little press release, didn't we? Yes, we did. Which was when they discovered that somehow the BBC had stored all my costumes in some mouldy old garden shed, I think. Because all my clothes came out covered in mould. So they had to run out, and that's why there's a weird sort of press shot with me in a yellow leotard, which I never wore in the show, and wearing the turquoise shorts, which they kind of wash the mould off with a flat back.
Wow.
I said, here's a fine, mine are all down. His are in the wardrobe, mine were in the shed. So that was a weird thing, but then, yeah, it was just great to get back and do it. And something had changed while we were away, because we used to do film, the exteriors,
Right.
and then the multi-camera indoors, but now we were going to do OB outside. So it felt like we were doing something very new and modern. So that was exciting.
Yeah.
It felt like, hey, this is great. You know?
In your first story back, there was quite a bit of location shooting, a lot of outdoor shooting, so there was a lot of that outdoor broadcast, the cameras are called. Such a nerd. Two of your guest stars that I would like to ask you about, to get your reaction about, Nabil Shaban, who played Syl, and Kate O'Mara, who played the Ronnie, are both fabulous actors and played really great characters, really iconic characters from your time. So talk about working with them and what they were like.
Well, both actually became good friends, which is nice. Kate had a huge influence on me. I was kind of in awe of her. She was very sort of, glamour star, and I was like kind of little new kid on the block. And she knew stuff. She knew how she wanted her makeup to be. She knew how she wanted to look. And when we were doing all that location filming in the torrential rain, she'd be in the caravan, and I knew I shouldn't really come in, but I'd just like come in a little bit earlier than I could, and then just sort of sit in the corner and listen, and it was great. And I was thinking, any minute now she's going to say, get out, or, all that kind of diva stuff that you expect from someone like that, because that's how the press always portray those kinds of people. And in fact, absolutely the antithesis of that. Really, really sweet. And actually, I think she was one of the main people who influenced me to become vegetarian as well, which I slowly did by the end of Doctor Who. Totally off meat, nothing to do with the two doctors. So, and we became friends, and in the last few years of her life, we found we actually had quite a few things, many more things in common than we expected to find later in life. And she was a fantastic lady and a great actress. And I thought, I can't imagine anyone else playing the role of Syl, having seen Nabil do it, because I think what he did was absolutely stupendous. And like so many actors, suffering the elements and the suit and the thing, and never complaining, and always just producing the goods and doing a job. Lovely man too, fantastic.
I first met Kate in 1969. I literally just left drama school. My first job was to play as cast and understudy at the Yvonne Arnaud Theatre in Guildford. It was my second job, but pretty close to the first job. Why am I? No. And we got paid our salary. We were doing Shakespeare Cabbages and Kings around local schools and things like that. And we were paid an extra 4 pence a week to understudy whatever was happening in the main theatre. And I'd just come off stage, having been doing Shakespeare Cabbages and Kings, when I was grabbed by the stage manager of the theatre and said, "You're on." I said, "Where?" At the Arnaud. "What do you mean I'm on?" He said, "The boy who's playing the son in The Holly and the Ivy has been rushed off to hospital with septicemia. He's chopped his thumb. So you're wrong. Have you learnt it? He said. And by chance I had. I had actually learnt it, but we'd never rehearsed it. So I was dragged into the wings of the theatre, shoved into a costume, and literally pushed onto the stage for my first entrance. My first line was, "Hello, Auntie," and there were two ladies on the stage of a similar age. So I walked towards one of them, and she went like that. And I moved over to the other one, "Hello, Auntie." And half a page later, the other casts were on, and I was just kind of going into empty spaces and saying lines when I thought it was appropriate. And the next thing that happened was that I said a line, and it got a laugh. And the old lady, she was very old, the actress, said, "Ooh, the other boy doesn't get a laugh." Which I could hear, the audience couldn't. I'm sorry. And Kate said afterwards, because I didn't know her then, first time I met her, on stage, said it was extraordinary. She said, "We were all terrified, because we knew you hadn't never had a rehearsal. We were amazed about the lines, but you were wandering around the stage as if it was your home, not ours." I said, "Well, I had no option, really. Well, try and be confident." That was the first time I met her. The second time I met her was in 1971. We did a very little known science fiction series called Don Quick, in which Ian Hendry, very good actor, was playing Don Quick, who was a futuristic version of Don Quixote. And he and Lacey, what's his name, somebody Lacey, was Sancho Panza. And he literally was a guy going around space, trying to sort things out, and always failing, and having to be helped by Sancho Panza and his servant. And on this particular planet, human beings were money. So we were all currency. So you're all in prison because it's a bank, and that's the deposit account. And Don Quick arrives and says, "You should be like this, you're free citizens, you should stand up and fight." Kate was in the prison with me, and I had one line, just one line. And I said to the director, Hugh Lawrence, I said, "Can I change my line?" "What are you talking about, change your line?" I said, I just want to say something, not quite that line, you know what I mean? "No, you can't say what's written." So, the moment came for us all to break out of the jail, and I shouted my line, "We are revolting!" And they said, "Oh, I see what you mean." So I just wanted to say, "Rebellion?" "Yeah, all right." You couldn't even listen to me. But what a line to give someone, "We are revolting." And I actually forgot that. Kate reminded me of the story. And then wind forward. I did a series in the 70s. 71 to 74 to 76. I did a series called The Brothers, in which I was a kind of prototype JR character. I was voted the most hated man in Britain in 1975. And it was a family of truckers who had had their business for years. And I came in as a bank appointee to run the place and made their lives hell. Made a lot of money, but treated all them like my personal servants. And I was an honourable, in the sense I never broke the law, but an unfeeling character. It was a great one to play. And they brought in Kate to be my nemesis. She was the owner of an airline. So we had lots of boardroom battles and things like that, and got to know each other quite well. So it was lovely 10 years later for me to be the good guy and her to be the villainess. So I knew her for many years. I have a memory once of driving along Oxford Street in London, and as I went past, I thought, "That's Kate O'Mara." So I tooted the horn, she quickened her pace. I tooted again, went on the way, "Kate!" So I had to overtake and turn into a corner and get out and say, "Oh, it's you." But she was lovely. And Nabil, I mean, that actor, and I doff my hat to him.
Tomorrow at 1 o'clock we're doing a session with Mr. Baker where we're going to show some clips, mostly of Doctor Who, but some other things from throughout his career. So I do have a great clip of Kate O'Mara's debut on The Brothers.
Oh, really?
So scenes with Mr. Baker and Kate O'Mara, and they're great. So come and watch that, because I've got a lot of fun stuff lined up for that. Do we have a microphone that people can maybe ask a couple of questions? We are like, this went by so fast and we don't have any time, but we're going to get a couple of questions.
Already? Already?
I know it's...
Why are these always an hour?
And I almost tried to do 90 minutes for this.
No, whole afternoon. And then you do the whole evening.
Oh, nice.
Just the handles.
Sounds good.
I think the dealer's room might object.
Okay.
Nice shirt. Thank you. I hope you say that.
Do you want them to come up? No. Let's start with...
You point it out, I'll do them.
We're just going to get a few, but we'll get as many as we can, I promise.
You ever enjoy working on the Eurozone solution?
No.
No.
Not much.
It should be taken out of the program.
The script was good. All of us who did it, the writer, the actors, are all owed money by the guy who made it. So we're not very fond of it.
It took us years to just finally go, he's never going to pay us, is it? Why don't we say nice things about him? I don't know, should we just...
Talk to Nicholas Briggs about that.
Yeah.
Because Nick Briggs wrote that, and wrote it very well. And it was a good story. But the process of making it, and because they're still selling it, and we aren't paid for it.
Wow.
And I actually flew from America to England to do it, and I never got my flight money back.
Oh my gosh.
It turned into a really kind of like, wow. And the thing that's really ungrateful about it is that Colin and I gave him time for no money for all the other things that he did at the beginning to help him out of the kindness of our heart. And he said, this time I can pay you. We're going to do a full thing. And then he did. That was...
But carry on, if you like it, if you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's not to stop you guys enjoying it, but there is the truth of it.
Wow. Okay, we got some hands back this way.
With the possibility of this happening with the next regeneration, with the recent news of Peter Capaldi leaving the show, what are your thoughts on the possibility of the Doctor becoming female?
Well, somebody just said that will never happen. How long is Doctor Who going to run for?
Yeah.
I don't think we can say that will never happen, unless the more likely thing, if you look at history and time, is that some idiot in a suit one day will say, oh, I don't like science fiction. I'm bored with Doctor Who, so let's cancel it. And then some right person who's a great writer will come back, and they will go, hey, Doctor Who's a great show, let's put it back on again. That's possibly the only thing that may recur. I think there is no reason, given the passage of time, that Doctor Who couldn't or shouldn't be a woman. The important thing is always to get the dynamic right between the Doctor and the companion. And if you mess with that, then you're in trouble. But you can have all different kinds of companions and all different kinds of Doctors. So I don't see any reason why not.
You could have Jennifer Lawrence. I'd be the companion. I can't see any logical reason. Now you've broken the barrier with Missy.
Right.
Now it's perfectly clear that Time Lords are of two genders.
Which we also knew with Kate, in a way. The Master.
Yeah, she's a time lady. It's just absurd. But I know why they won't, because they will have done their research and found that more people will stop watching because of that than will watch in addition to people already watching. Let's run it by this room. Hands up if you think the Doctor could and should be a female.
Oh, no.
Hands down. Hands up if you say no way. Oh well, the female wins here.
As they usually do.
Most conventions I've been to would be exactly the other way around.
Wow.
And
Nicola says we're enlightened.
because the problem is always not quite as true in America, interestingly. The convention in the UK, the proportion of male to female sitting out there would be predominantly male. Say 80-20%. Here, 60-40, maybe 50-50. Don't know. Yeah, probably 50-50. The reason that viewing figures went up when David Tennant turned up was because girls started watching. Which they hadn't in any great numbers before. David Tennant is a chick magnet. And that's been held on to. Even though I think he's wonderful, Peter Capaldi does not appeal to young girls. I'm talking UK.
And some of the guys too.
You've got much more sense
Florida
here.
service.
I always preferred an older Doctor, because I remember William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton, you know, that authority figure you can look up to, even though people around them don't always. I would vote for a woman every time, as long as you tolerate viewing things going down, because they would, sadly. It's very sad that they would, and they know that, so that's why it won't happen. But it's wrong. It should happen. I suppose you think, did cast Jennifer Lawrence? The viewing figures would probably go up.
She's in everything.
Hello, Colin.
Hello.
Remember me from Huntsville?
What?
From Huntsville. I think.
Doncaster Burrows?
Catch squirrels.
Do you remember him from Huntsville at Concave?
No, of course not.
I can't see that far.
I don't know what the hand shades.
I remember Huntsville.
Okay.
But
I do have a
there's
question.
several hundred people there, I don't remember every one of you.
I do have a question for Mrs. Perry over there.
Oh, fine.
What's her...
First of all, it ticks me off for not remembering him. There's no interest in anything I have to say.
I did have a question for her. What's her reaction now she's about to get married from an alien lord, alien king on the last show?
Could you just repeat that back to me, please, Daniel? Could you say it again?
We've got English ears, you told us work.
Yeah.
Do you guys not hear that at all?
Not really.
It's a little echoey, yeah.
All right. You were married off to a
King.
Yes. What's your
Don't
reaction to
believe
that?
everything you see on television.
Okay, I need a show of hands now. Hands up, who has listened to Perry and the Piscon Paradox? Somebody and a wood, yeah. Rightly so. And hands up, who's listened to The Widow's Assassin?
Oh boy, are you missing a good story?